Hey, it looks like we're live. Okay. So let me quick turn up torchlights up. Guess. Yep, that's what I thought. Okay. So let's go ahead and get this started. New game. What do I want to play? I'll play Outlander. Female Outlander. That works. Claudia. Yeah, the panda works. Let's do veteran. Single player. And just go ahead and get started. Sorry, just gonna skip that. I'm gonna skip most of the cutscenes. This is just gonna be about me playing and reaching level 100 at some point. Okay. And for Act 1, for the first 3 levels, I am not going to level up skills. Just because I don't like the starting skill that much. And I want to guarantee that I have a way to level up the right skill for me. Well, let's go ahead and just poke around. So, pretty basic stuff. Kill some ratlins. And honestly, at this difficulty and higher, I do wholeheartedly recommend doing every single piece of content there is in an area. Do every dungeon, every quest you can find, kill all the enemies. Heck, if there's if you find some place where enemies spawn that spawn repeatedly and give you experience for it, keep doing that. That's generally probably worth it. So, let's quick upgrade dexterity. So my class, like all classes, has a focus meter, or charge bar in this case, and it will increase or decrease based on actions you perform. In my case, it increases as long as I attack and stay attacking, and it'll increase attack speed and a few other stats that you guys just saw. So the goal is to basically just get into very long periods and stretches of combat where you keep the meter as high as you can get it and just capitalize on all of the extra damage it gives you. And it's a pretty neat feature. And there are ways through skills and such that allow you to more efficiently make use of it, which I'm using. Inventory. Okay. So let's keep heading on. And keep killing these ratlins to save this guard. Okay, we saved him. And he will give us 1 item. I'll take the uncommon gun. And equip that to the main hand. And basically just putz around killing everything. Making sure that I don't miss any loot or anything. Because missing loot is kind of sucky. definitely, like, I can understand, at least later in the game, skipping over white gear or gems of quality that you don't really have a use for, but I mean, right now, especially with hurting for money and having next to no gear, definitely want to pick up everything I can. So let's go ahead and keep poking around. And you'll notice things like this, where every now and then you find little dens and such that mobs come out of. It's pretty common. Oh, obvious, you don't have a viewer counter, do you? Oh well. Yeah, if you guys are watching this, I cannot see a chat at the moment, and I cannot see really anything else. I'm just kind of streaming this to get this started. Hopefully next Sunday when I do this again, I will have my dual monitors set up, and I'll be able to basically actually stream well. Okay. So, we're going to keep heading on this way. Pop all of the barrels. Again, I cannot stress how useful it is to pick up all loot, all gold, and all gear, especially early in the game. Later on, well, you're not really penalized if you pick up white gear, really. I mean, you can always open your pet's inventory and give it to them and send them to town. And they can sell it then. And that alarm is getting really annoying. Too bad. So, I reached level 3. Let's go ahead. Jack this up 3. Now. Just straight up leveling Dex. And soon we're going to come across some interesting stuff. But for now, it's just basic enemies. Ratlins, Ratlin Archers, Champion, Sturmbjorn, Bjorn, whatever. Ooh, Golden Key. There we go. There's something interesting. So Golden Keys are used for golden chests. And in golden chests, there's usually higher tier loot, just better loot in some way. Oh, in this case it was a trap. However, there is also a fairly large amount of loot in them. And I'll put that in my offhand, because that's actually better than what I have. And I'll suck at that. So now my attacks do an additional 7 points of ice damage. And just wanted to make sure I had that cleared. And yeah, some of these areas will take a long ooh, you had a shield. Take a long time. This being the first one won't take that long, but okay. So we've got yes, shields. So enemies as well as players can use shields. My class doesn't really benefit too much from them. Let's see if I can find another one. Or another enemy that has one. But if an enemy has a shield, you can, through attacks, break the shield. Which is really useful because as long as they have the shield up, they will continuously block. Which mitigates, if I remember correct, all damage? Ooh, I just got a blue. Let's, after we kill these, see what the blue is. Ooh, more blues. Okay. Now you'll also notice that there are 2 features to this. One is required level or strength stats, or stats required. So what that means is if you have the required level or the required stats, you can wield it. Pretty simple. It's also really useful. I mean, in some cases, it basically gives you free reign to use something that's like, you know, intended for 30 levels higher than you, just because you happen to have a high... Ooh, that's right, those explode. You happen to have a high strength. I didn't find any more shielded enemies. Okay, let's head into the Enclave. Yep, I know I have 2 unspent skill points. Okay, and the reason why I haven't spent them is because I want to come here and unlearn that skill. So let's go ahead and learn. Let's put all of our ranks into rapid fire. And I'm going to be picking up long range mastery and akimbo because I'm going to dual wield pistols. Because dual wielding pistols is fun. Okay, let's head up here. Talk to this guy. What do you have to tell me? Okay. So I've got new weaponry. Hooray! Wow, that goes on fucking forever. So, we can see here that I've played this game before. Yeah, so these are all unique unique items. These are items usually in some cases designed for a specific class or character. Let's see. Yeah. So, at some point I'm going to go through this and try and find... Ooh, Mace of Hearts. That's awesome. So, these all have stat requirements. A lot of them are class-specific. I have played a lot of this. Let's see. Yeah. A lot of them won't get through levels. I think I have more just laying around. Also, wonderful, wonderful reference. There's one I'll get through sheer stat level up. But I think you guys get the point. And I'm sure we'll find a whole bunch of those throughout. Let's talk to you. Oh, right click cells. It's shift left click. I don't care. Computer. Don't care. So, let's go ahead and talk to you. Let's see, what do you have? Nothing good for me, really. Now that is something I should note, the merchants do occasionally have actually pretty good things. Unlike Diablo. Or, you know, a few other games where merchants generally aren't that useful. Right, let's talk to the Vanquisher's Scout. Okay. I've received a new quest. Awesome. So that took me roughly 12 minutes to start the game. And now I'm here. Oh, yep, that's something the skeletons can do, is come back as just a torso. So, let's go ahead and just start killing all of these things. Guess there is not an option for peaceful diplomacy. Which doesn't surprise me. I mean, it's Torchlight. And let's go ahead and just start. Okay, these guys have shields. Now, I really easily break them just because. However, normally enemy shields are incredibly hard to shatter. Which is, you know, sensible, but slightly frustrating. And if I remember right... Oh, yep, here we go. And there's gotta be a lot of potion chugging in this game. This isn't really a game I do without potions. And it benefits... The Outlander benefits greatly from having a party, but, I mean, I'm not gonna try and rope in any number of other of my friends or people who happen to play this to help me with this. This is something I want to do on my own. I mean, if my friends want to help me, that's wonderful, but generally just going to do this by myself. Oh, my pet is fleeing. If your pet takes too much damage, they'll flee instead of, you know, dying. And while they're fleeing, they can't do anything. They'll regenerate a basic amount of health, and then they'll come back. Let's interact with the Lichgrave. Champion Undead. Cast lightning spells. And, you know, dies miserably. So that's a little flare thing. Let's go ahead and look to see what we got. Yeah, it's better than what I'm wearing. It's better than what I'm wearing. Okay. Now, rings in this game generally don't give physical armor. Instead, they give you an elemental armor. Let's see, J? There we go. J is arcane. So, what we have here are the arcane statistics, which are basically just the in-depth stuff that most players don't ever need to know. So, let's see. We've got no damage reduction via elemental resistance. Okay, makes sense. Don't actually have that much. And I'm pretty early in the game. So, not really surprised about that. We'll start amassing some of it later as we get better rings, better amulets, and even some armor that has it. Okay. And now, I don't think it's a 100% damage reduction, despite what I said earlier. I think it might just be a very large amount of damage reduction while you have a shield up. Let's go ahead and poke around here. Ah, yes, this event. So, when you try and approach this, ghosts will appear. Ooh, and I got a rare gem. So, let's go ahead and finish up killing these. Let's look at some of the stuff we just got. Because I think I got one of my favorite gems. I wanted to hit I. Ooh. Yeah. Increases the amount of experience, conveys 5% chance to poison. Yeah, actually I'll use the Ghastly Shoulders. I'm going to drop this into an additional 48 health. That's an interesting bug. Yeah, I'll drop this into there. So, bonus health. So let's go ahead and finish up exploring. Ooh. Ice Armor Trading Collar. That works. Enter the corrupted something or other of something or other. Okay. The Corrupted Crypt. That's what it is. So, this is a side quest, but like I said, really at this difficulty, nothing's a side quest. It's just a convenient detour to get experience. Ooh, Primitive Great Axe. Alright, listen up, you primitive screwheads. Well, we set off another one of those ghost traps, and here we've got acid gels. So, we've not run into anything too complex yet. Ooh, unidentified pants. Which is one of the weirdest things ever. There we go. Okay, so we've got an instance of rare pants that aren't actually that good. Their strength comes from the high actual armor value, not from the number of stats or, you know, benefits of the stats. So, useful? Yeah, kind of. Best? Not really. Okay, the skeletons that have hard to kill are the ones that will come back when you, as a torso after you've killed them. Unidentified boots. Okay. Yeah, I will wear those. So I'm not going to actually level up Vitality, really. I mean, I'll let it level passively, and if I get it on items, awesome. And that's actually what I'm banking on, is getting it on items. Mostly just going to focus on leveling up dexterity. So we'll just keep heading on to this crypt. Because we're looking for the scroll of Anom Irek. Interesting. So I've leveled up. Let's quick kill all that. And another rank in long range mastery. Now I don't really have much interest in many skills. Generally favoring one or two skills and spending off points into other skills every now and then works well enough for me. I just really don't have much interest in most skills because they don't really contribute that much to my continued success. I mean, rapid fire, probably my favorite and most useful skill. So let's keep our killing ways going. Let's just start chugging potions. And potions are not instantaneous, which is really useful, actually. Unidentified wand. Ooh, now we've got something special. So, I'm going to quick clear out this entire area so that I can talk to this NPC in peace. Is that all of these guys? Oh, nope, you. And now to demonstrate one of my favorite NPCs. So, what we've got here is an enchanter. And I'm going to put this in here, and he will enchant the weapon and add a new enchant. In this case, +4 physical damage. And it will start to cost more and more each time you do it. But, I mean, you can do it on every weapon. Another plus physical damage. Okay. And you can even do it on armor. Now, there is a chance that it will disenchant, I believe. I think that's something that got carried over from Torchlight 1. I've never had it happen if it does happen, so it would kind of suck if it does happen. Okay. Come on, get up so I can shatter your shield. And we can keep going. And heading through these dungeons. And let's see. Now I found the place to go down a floor. And this game and I have very different definitions of hand cannons. Okay. Let's just let's continue killing these so we can head down. And we're not going to see much variance in the enemies until we get to new areas. Oh, ooh. Champion Undead, shocking. Okay. And here are his underlings. Oh, and the Phantasmal Head Hurlers. Which are some of the weirdest enemies. But yeah, as I was saying, we're not going to see too much variance until we get to a new area. And I'm perfectly fine with that. These enemies are fun and pretty simple. Good starting enemies, nothing too major, no, avoid this attack or die type attacks. Except for with bosses, and, in that case, if there wasn't avoid this or die, I would be disappointed. Or, horribly overlevel yourself and outstat it and don't die. Both of those work for me. Okay. And I think I've got everything, so let's go ahead and look through and see if there's anything. And if not, I'm going to send these over to my pet. However, I'm not going to send my pet back to town just yet. So, let's zone down a floor. And we're getting close to our first boss-style encounter. Teleporting bats. I hate the Shroud Wings. It's not even that they're hard, it's just they're kind of frustrating. Skeletal General. Skeletal Generator. That's something I haven't talked about in a while. Skeleton-powered treadmills. And the self-replicating Vile Gnashers. They penalize you if you don't kill them first. Although, that's pretty interesting. Like, creates enemies from other nearby corpses. It's a pretty unique skill. I don't think I've seen it that often. At some point I might mess around with the Guts system, which is the level editor, or mod maker rather, for the game, and I might use that, or employ that skill. Okay, I can get another rank in Rapid Fire, and more points in Vitality. And I should note that there are tier bonuses. So, when you get 5 ranks, you get Tier 1, 10 ranks you get Tier 2, and 15 ranks you get Tier 3. So, that's pretty awesome. Rune Vault, Chaos Burst. Let's see what some of the other skills are. Interesting. Okay. Well, just gonna run around and finish killing these things. Oh, are you what I think you are? No, you're not. Okay. Well, that saddens me. So, there is a thing in this game called a Mimic. Anyone who's played D&D, Dark Souls, let's see, Dragon Quest, I can think of maybe 1 or 2 more? Not, like, easily, but basically, it's just something that mimics a chest. And it is perhaps the most frustrating thing ever. It's easy to counter. You just shift attack at the chest. Ooh, Scroll of Ammon, whatever. Is that bugged? No, I'm thinking of a different dungeon. Okay. But, okay. So we've killed them. Let's go ahead and just finish up clearing out the dungeon. But yeah, mimics, they're frustrating because if you don't think to check for them, they're going to kind of ruin your day. However, if you're just actively thinking about it, they are one of the smallest threats possible. They're like, falling for a trap that in a game. That's all they are, just a trap. Don't even think of them as enemies. They're just minor frustrations for people who aren't paying attention. Oh, you do not get to do that. How did I not even see you? Okay, well that was a Vile Gnasher making another enemy from a corpse. Which is not fun. Okay, we've cleared out this side. Let's quick look to see what we got. Plus 13 mana. I'll throw that on. On the 4-socket greatsword. I'll keep a hold of that, probably. You never know when that'll be useful. And I'm going to send Pet to town. So there was a small timer on my pet page, 40-some seconds now. That represents how long it will be gone and how long it will take until it gets back so that I can, employ its services again effectively. So, with the pet out of town, I am slightly nerfed and gimped because I don't have my pet to help me with damage, but in the long run, doesn't really contribute that much. Sure, it's a really useful thing, but I can get by. Especially since I'm not playing, hardcore, if I die, game over mode. Although I might do a road to 100 like that. Oop, so the pet's back. Got me 934 gold. And I've killed that eye. And those of you who are pretty observant, you might have noticed that I just got Fame up. And when I level up Fame, I gain a skill point each time I rank up Fame. So I can just spend, in any one skill. So by the end of it, I'll have a fair amount of skills. I forgot to send my pet to get me potions. Oh well. Like I said, death is not that big of a penalty for me. Plus, I think I will passively pick up some pretty soon. Oh, there we go. Portal to the surface. Let's open up this. And let's see if we get anything good. Yeah, I'll equip that. Portal to surface. Yep, give me the pet color. So, pets have inventory slots. 2 of them, to be precise. Pet tag, and color. And really, that's all there is to them. I mean, there's more than that, but they're just an overglorified town portal for sales and a little bit of extra damage. Let's go ahead and head through here and see what's going on over here. Don't tell me you're not responding, Torchlight. I know for a fact you are. Oh, there we go. And I just activated a waypoint. Which, pretty useful actually. Which just means I can activate it and head back to the Asterian Enclave. And let's see. I'm going to drop off this here, because you never know when I'll find a character to use that. And I'm actually going to dump some goods here. And I will be back in a second, because I'm going to go grab my water bottle and fill it up. Okay, I'm back. However, let me quick check something. Okay. Let's get back to what we were doing. Waypoint portal, temple steeps. Steps. I forget which one it is. Okay. So we're here in a new area, and while there isn't any really new enemies yet, it's still pretty intense. They're going to start throwing more things at us, slightly different things. I think this might be the first zone that employs mimics. And now you can see 2 stars on my map. These represent... I'm an idiot, I didn't get myself more potions. These represent quest objectives. So, let's see. Warbeast Armory, that one... yeah, that's the one I'll do. Let's go ahead and just, kill these things. I'm gonna head back to town and get potions like an idiot because I forgot them. Oh, there we go. Buy 15 of each. And go ahead, head back. And when we get back, I'm going to quick check something. So we can see what level quest the armory thing is. Okay. No, you don't have a listed level. Okay. And one of the other benefits of just poking around here is, I get to see if there are just passive side quests here. And if I remember right, there are a few. And even if not, there's extra loot, little side dungeons, mini events. That's really the fun part of the game is, exploring the world and finding these things. Alright, next rank of long range mastery. And more decks. Like little areas like this, just kind of scenic and, pretty. Just something I like. Especially in an action RPG like this. Okay. Well, let's see. Do we have anything else major? Yeah. The Beast Warrens. And each overall zone is divided into subzones. So we're in the Beast Warrens right now. Which, if I remember right, just means we will be fighting more beast-themed enemies. Also, really easy to zone in and out. Ooh, here we go. Here's something interesting. The Fisherman's Lantern. Well, let's see what this does. Once, we've killed all these things. Yep. Keep fleeing then, pet. Fisherman's lantern. Let's light it. Ooh. What is this? Ah, Plunder Cove. Well, that's something I can't really... Well, I mean, I can easily pass up because I don't meet the requirements, but... Yeah, let's do this. Let's see, I'm level 7. Okay, let's wait until I get to level 8 before I do that. Oop, yep, there are also bear traps here. Which, this is the first time we're seeing these. And they are pretty devastating. Okay, here we go. So we've got Stenbrun and die quickly Gunbrun. And these two are guarding the schematics trunk. Okay. Let's see what's in the schematics trunk. Armor schematics. And that's all there is to that quest. Yes, your mana is low, I get that. But, with that out of the way, we can keep poking around, seeing what there is to see. Let's go ahead and poke that. And then just quickly make sure I have all of this explored before moving on to my next task. Oh, hello there. Okay. And at this point, all my next task amounts to is, you know, keep killing until I reach level 8. Which there's going to be large tracts of time where my quest amounts to kill everything in the area simply to gain experience. Which there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I enjoy it. It's a great way to either, you know, rest my voice or just talk about random things. That is really weird. So, I have my OBS on the right side of my monitor, just so I can, you know, see little things, make sure I don't drop too many frames, see how long I've been streaming, all that. Except I can watch some of the enemies streak onto my screen from there in real time as it's happening in my game as well. It's just kind of weird. Let's quick pop all these. Pop up my health. Farmer's shotgun. Oh. So I suppose that I should, like, elaborate on the weaponry. So in the case of this game, all of the weapons have some sort of effect that makes them different from the others. I mean, your great axe is different than your great sword because the great axe is a different style of sweep, and it's got a different secondary effect. So there are a lot of weapons. They have different types of like conal effects for AoE. Pistols. Big thing is, you know, one-handed ranged weapon. Yeah, I know. Your mana's low. God, you're like the guild master. Not enough mana. And I'm just using the dual pistols because it's probably the most fun that I've had messing around with the Outlander class. And if I get to level 14-ish and discover that I don't actually like it, well, I will, you know, avoid it and just head to using shotguns and cannons and stuff like that. But I don't think I will dislike it that much, or at all. Maybe really late in the game and I might have to mod in like a respec potion, but I doubt it. Okay, now we can head up to the Pirate Cove, because we're the appropriate minimum level. Ah, refreshing water. Delicious. Okay. So, reskinned undead. Still pretty interesting. Oh, you have pistols. Interesting. And bleak spirits. Interesting. Chester Copperpot. You are a reference. I don't remember if it's to Goonies or something else. I think it's to Goonies. Okay. Oh, yeah, Stormclaws. When you shoot them, they explode thing. Oh, yep. Goonies. So this dungeon is one of the dungeons that is always on the map. I mean, dungeon itself changes every time you play, but still. It's just a really nice thing. Okay, so if I try and open this if I do open the chest, all of these guys, you know, come to life. What is my panda doing? Getting me in trouble. Come on, panda. Stop kiting enemies to me. Yep. Keep fleeing. This is what you get. And all I'm going to really do... Hey! I've ranked up a level. Or I've ranked up a skill point. Okay. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, I'll take Poison Burst. That sounds awesome. Holy crap, there's a lot of stuff here. So my build is actually going to be a lot of passive skills, really. The passive skills kind of make for interesting characters. Okay, so there we go. I just got a whole bunch of stuff. It's a very powerful bow. What do you conveys? 15 over 5. Yeah, not bad. Let's see. Yeah, why not? I'll socket you. Let's go ahead. Nothing back there? Okay. So let's keep poking at these things. I'm going to transfer all of this stuff. Actually, I'm going to wear that armor. Yeah, I could use you, but I'm not going to. Ah. Inventory managing the game. And I'll hold on to that. And once I complete this little dungeon, I will send my pet back. And I actually think I will probably call the stream then, because this is going on an hour. But Here we go. Ah, these have freezing effect. My least favorite thing. Yeah, I know you don't. Come on, let me quick kill you. And get to killing him. So we're just gonna deal a whole bunch of damage, and you know... Ooh, identify scroll. Was it worth it? No. Not at all. I don't know why I bothered to identify it. But you win some, you lose some. That is a short range, I forgot about that. Okay. We're getting close to the end of this dungeon. Which kind of makes me happy and kind of makes me sad. Ah, Noxious. Another fun monster property. I can't wait until I run into Dividing. Dividing is my favorite property. Yeah, I know. Oh yeah, I was holding right click. Hey, I've leveled up. Okay, another rank in Poison Vault. Or Poison Shot. And bring Dexterity up even more. And I should note, I originally was planning on doing Torchlight 1, but I remembered that, you know, Torchlight 1 has some problems. Mainly that there's only one class. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, well, I urge you strongly to pick up Torchlight 1 and Torchlight 2 and mess around with them. Torchlight 1 really just kind of has one class that doesn't feel like hold left click and profit, and that is the Alchemist, and that's just summon minions and occasionally orbital laser beam your enemies to death. Now, I mean, this class can be played, really all the classes in that game could be played with buttons other than auto attack, but I never really, felt that was a viable strategy. Just, invest in an auto attack that was good for the Vanquisher or Thief, and yeah, just keep leveling that up, occasionally put skills into like passive things. I didn't want to talk to you, now I do. What's a new enchantment? +2 to strength attribute. Thank you for that, game. 46. You go in my offhand. Let's look at arcane stats again. Damage per section, 64. 57. Okay. Nope, I'm not talking to you. And we might get our first death here. Or not. Ah, these are explosives. Or explosive enemies. Well, now I get to quick demonstrate one of the effects of the pet. And that is... Go back here. You can send them back to buy you stuff. So, let's kill a minute and 20 seconds. With dancing. Oh, there's no single player chat, damn. I was gonna see if there was a /dance emote. Oh, you can't go down there? But it's textured perfectly. Like it's not even inside of the realm of possibility. Oh yeah, the Z key. We'll use the best potion. Ooh, I have a spell. Ooh. Okay, now I've got a spell. So, when I cast it for 10 seconds, I will get plus 30% attack speed and plus 30% cast speed. Cast speed doesn't matter. Attack speed is what I want. That will greatly increase my damage. I forgot to send my pet to get mana potions. Oh well. My pet is about to return. Okay. Let's go ahead and, not flub about miserably with this. Yeah, that's a lot of attacks. Oh, I found One-Eyed Willy. This is pretty basic. Yeah, pet, stop doing stupid shit. Like pointlessly tanking, explosives. Okay. Now we've got these killed. Almost all killed. Thank you for exploding there. And there! So we've got One-Eyed Willy killed. Let's go ahead and open these chests. You didn't have much. And you were trapped. Oh well. Head up to the surface, turn in the quest, and then we'll call the stream here. Mostly because I need to rest my voice for a little bit, and I need to record tomorrow's Minecraft episode, cause I forgot I have D&D tomorrow. And I can't, because of D&D, I can't really record the episode like I normally do. Ooh, there we go. New fame. Another rank of that. And that's it for this stream. So